Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's gotten cooler, it's the pumpkin season. So today I'm gonna show you how to make super rich vegan pumpkin spice latte at home. It is of course dairy free, soy free, and nut free. It's so simple to make, super cozy and heartwarming. I swear this is so much better than any other pumpkin spice lattes I have ever tasted. Everything from the pumpkin puree to pumpkin pie spice mix and vegan whipped cream is going to be homemade from scratch with ordinary ingredients that should be available pretty much anywhere. Let's get started. So here are the ingredients, and yes, of course, I'm gonna wear my pumpkin spice apron. So I'm making 3 servings today, but I'm just gonna say the measurements for 1 serving, so you can just multiply them by the number of servings you're making. So yeah, don't freak out when I say 1 teaspoon and you see this. Okay. So here I have a piece of a pumpkin. It's been de-seeded. I found that smaller pumpkins work really well flavor-wise. I've got 2 shots of espresso that I just prepared. It's usually 1 to 2 shots. Or you can use half a cup of strong brewed coffee. Those would be about equal. Now the pumpkin pie spices, you can just get some at the store, but it's so simple and easy to make your own. I've got 3 tablespoons of powdered cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of cloves, 2 teaspoons of ground nutmeg, 1 teaspoon of allspice, and a tiny block of ginger that I'm going to grate. And I've got some star anise that is solely for the look. That is it. You can even just use cinnamon. That'll be good enough, I would say. Now you can use any plant milk you like. I strongly recommend oat milk. I love oat milk. I think its flavor matches pumpkins the best. I'm using half a cup. I think almond milk or even coconut milk works great if you like it super rich. Just make sure your plant milk is unsweetened. And we'll of course have whipped cream on top, but I'm not using any plant-based creamer or store-bought vegan cream. They're not available in many countries, so I'm going to make vegan whipped cream from scratch using this can of cooked chickpeas. Now you might be thinking, what? That's good, stay curious. I've got 2 tablespoons of pure maple syrup for the latte and some brown sugar for the whipped cream. Finally, I'm using a bit of vanilla extract. This is optional, but definitely get some if you can. That is pretty much it. Now let's start with the pumpkin puree. I'm just gonna cut the pumpkin into smaller pieces so it'll cook faster. You can steam it if you're not so patient, but baking it will give it the best flavor. Place the pieces on a baking tray lined with parchment paper, and I like to just drizzle a bit of extra virgin olive oil and sprinkle some ground nutmeg for more flavor, and just bake it at 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 200 degrees Celsius for around 40 minutes or until it's super tender. Now while the pumpkin is roasting, let's get done with everything else. First, the pumpkin pie spice mix. You only use like 1 teaspoon of it per serving, but I'm just gonna make a good amount of it. Now this time I'm not using ground cloves, so I'm gonna have to very finely chop it until it becomes rough powder pretty much. Grab the ginger and grate it. You can of course use some ground ginger. It's all up to you how much of it you use, but I like a lot of it. It really warms up the body on cold days. It's time to say bye to the star anise, thank you, and thoroughly mix. I suggest that you stick with the ratio for the spices. So that is our spice mix, super simple. Moving on to our vegan whipped cream. Now you have 2 options for this. One is coconut whipped cream. Make sure you use chilled canned coconut milk that does not contain guar gum or it won't work. I made a video on how to make it with detailed instructions and all the tips, so you'll get it right every time. This would be a great choice if you like real thick and fatty whipped cream, but I think for pumpkin spice latte, something lighter and smoother is ideal. So I'm making my whipped cream this way. Get a can of cooked chickpeas, a bowl and a strainer, and drain them. Now we're not gonna use the beans but the water. This is the magical water. It's called aquafaba, which is the byproduct of cooked beans. So this is real easy, but you probably do need a stand mixer or hand mixer. Transfer the water to a container or large bowl. Add a good amount of vegan sugar or sweetener of your choice. I'm using some brown sugar, and I strongly suggest that you add some vanilla extract to overpower the bean flavor, and just start whisking it. Now this is all you have to do, but it does require some patience as it takes around 10 to 15 minutes for it to turn into cream. Aquafaba is known as a substitution for egg white, so it actually comes out more like meringue, which I think is perfect for this drink. Look at this. There we have our extra smooth vegan whipped cream. Make sure to keep it cold as it doesn't stay fresh for very long. You can make this right before you serve the latte. If you want to make this regularly, if you prepare those puree, spice mix and whipped cream, you can literally make this drink in under 5 minutes each time. Now it's been 40 minutes. Get the pumpkin out. Grab a fork, and if it goes through the pumpkin without any resistance, you know it is ready. Let it cool a bit. You should be able to get the skin off pretty easily. Grab a blender and just blend thoroughly until the pumpkin is very smooth. Because of the way I baked it, it is dry, so I'm adding couple shots of oat milk. The pumpkin puree is done. You can use this puree for pumpkin pie, pancakes, and more. I'm not gonna strain it for now and leave it as is. You want about 2 tablespoons of it for the latte. Now let's make the latte. Get a pot. Get it on medium-low heat. Add 2 tablespoons of the pumpkin puree to it, along with 2 tablespoons of pure maple syrup, and start cooking them slowly. Make sure you stir them constantly. You don't want to burn any of them. Then add the pumpkin spice mix. It's up to you how much of it you add, but generally half a teaspoon to 1 teaspoon per serving should be good. You want to kind of toast the spices in a sense before you add the liquids to really bring out their flavors. Then add half a cup of the plant-based milk of your choice. Heat it up, but make sure you don't bring it to a boil. You don't want it to evaporate. Again, constantly stir, melt the puree, and thoroughly combine everything. Now I have then strained the mixture to get rid of any pumpkin skin or roasted parts so it's real smooth. Now turn the heat off and add in 2 shots of espresso or half a cup of strongly brewed coffee. And mix. This is the color we're looking for. Beautiful. Taste it and adjust the sweetness. Add more maple syrup as needed. You can even add some vanilla extract if you'd like. Now the pumpkin spice latte is done. How simple and easy is that? So here we have everything to form the latte. It is time to serve. Pour it into your favorite mug or any cup. Top with a generous amount of our vegan aquafaba whipped cream. And don't forget to sprinkle some of the pumpkin pie spice mix. And finally, a cinnamon stick. Okay, I guess it's not gonna work. But anyways, this is perfection. Here we have our incredibly rich, cozy, and heartwarming vegan pumpkin spice latte, topped with smooth vegan whipped cream. I don't know why, but something was slightly salty, which made it perfect. If prepared beforehand, ready in just under 5 minutes. Perfect for cozy and chilly autumn days. Alright, that is it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you make the latte, don't forget to post a picture and tag me on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.